So recently it was announced that the villain for The Flash Season 4 will not be a speedster. So that leads a lot of questions. Who will this new villain be, and will they live up to all the previous villains? And what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to go through who I believe the villain of The Flash Season 4 is going to be, and why I think that is, and why I think it's actually a pretty cool choice. So let's get into who I believe will be the villain for Season 4 of The Flash. So, for The Flash Season 4, I believe the villain is going to be Cobalt Blue. Now, you can see a fan art version of the character below. Now, if you don't know who Cobalt Blue is, he is basically Eddie Thawne. Now, he's actually Malcolm Thawne in the comics, but Eddie Thawne in the show is basically Malcolm Thawne in the show. And Cobalt Blue he's not exactly a speedster, but he does kind of drive energy from the Speed Force, and it kind of seems like speed. And he's actually a really cool character. He's really, really cool. Really awesome. Now, I believe he would actually be a really good villain because he would be Eddie Thawne, as I said before, and obviously that would have a very good personal connection with Barry and also with Iris, if Iris is still alive at this point. And, you know, I think that would create a big dynamic as well, as Iris would maybe perhaps change sides, maybe would have to choose sides, as maybe she would go back to Eddie after what goes down in this season with Barry. I don't know, but I think that will create a really good dynamic between the characters for the next season. Now, this begs the question of whether he'll live up to the other villains from the previous seasons of The Flash. Now, I reckon he'd be a lot better of a villain than Savitar. I'm not a huge fan of Savitar personally as a villain. I think he's a bit weak. However, will he live up to Reverse Flash or Zoom? Well, Reverse Flash is kind of the Flash's main villain, obviously, and he was insane in Season 1. I don't think anyone will beat him, and Zoom was just pretty terrifying and devastating, so we'll have to see whether he'll be more devastating and more destructive than Zoom or even the Reverse Flash. So, tell me in the comment section below who you believe is going to be the villain of The Flash Season 4. I have heard a few other reports that it could be the Rogues, as most of the Rogues have been set up throughout the Arrowverse, whether it has been on Flash or Arrow, and they're going to be brought back for The Flash Season 4, and they would be the villains, but I don't really like that idea. I'd much rather have an overarching villain like it would be here with Cobalt Blue. So tell me what you think, tell me your own suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video where I'll be discussing the Arrow Season 6 villain.